Mike Perry finishes Thiago Alves in the first 60 seconds of round 1. Conor McGregor would react saying, "Another amazing event, KnuckleMania, top to bottom action." He then followed up with platinum with no platinum. He also said, "Do a patsy off the platsy." Paulo Costa would react saying, "This Mike Perry is absolutely savage at BKFC. Congrats, bro." Terrence McKinney says they should just rename it to Mike Perry's BKFC from now on. MMA Guru reacts with, "Holy shit, Mike Perry's post-fight speech was hype. Bro was cutting great promos at BKFC. Calls for Nate Diaz, Masvidal, and especially Darren Till. Book it." Per MMA Junkie, these are the disclosed purses for the fighters on the bare-knuckle-mania card. Conor McGregor announces that he's now an official owner of BKFC. Michael Chandler would react saying, "Conor out here making moves. Hate it or love it, the dude is making stuff happen. With that being said, I KO him within 10 minutes on June 29th at UFC 303. Conor McGregor watching Mike Perry in BKFC after investing in it. Next up, Max Holloway tells Joe Rogan he's currently interested in fighting Conor McGregor.
I'd be stupid to not say to fight Conor. You know, I think that Conor fight would be huge, whatever. But we don't know what he's gonna do. So like, if that's out, in a perfect world to me, it would be fight Ilya, 45 title, get my hand raised, and whoever's the next guy up at 55, fight them. Try and go for double champ status, whatever it is, or even cheap belts. You know, like 45, the BMF, and then put the BMF and the 55 against whoever at 55, and that'd be surreal. You know, I think that would be crazy.
Well, there's another option too. If they really do this Conor 165 title, there's an option of you being a 3 champ.
That'd be insane. If they did the 165, it'd be fun. That would be fun.
You wouldn't have to cut any weight.
Oh no,
you could eat sushi every day.
No, I would eat sushi. I would eat sushi way in there. So I would eat on the scale.
Next, Islam Makhachev gives his thoughts on his up and coming fight versus Dustin Poirier.
Against him, I know my plan. You know, I just have to defend my neck from his guillotine, and that's it. He have good, but he is a legend. You know, if we talk about Dustin, he's already a legend, and he have big experience in this sport. But he's the problem. He have good striking, and his bad point is wrestling and grappling. You know, but he have good guillotine.
Sure, he loves to jump for it, right? He hasn't hit it yet, but he loves that.
I have to be ready.
Islam Makhachev versus Dustin Poirier will take place June 1st at UFC 302. Up next, Conor McGregor posts new training footage for his up-and-coming fight versus Michael Chandler. McGregor versus Chandler will take place June 29th at UFC 303. Next up, Justin Gaethje provides fans with a recovery timeline update. Justin Gaethje absorbed 180 significant strikes and was knocked out by Max Holloway at UFC 300. Justin Gaethje says, "Metaphorically, I could be ready tomorrow, but physically, I do want to take care of myself. I do think that repeated concussions, with me going to sleep like that, me receiving that shot, it would be foolish for me to jump back into training anytime before 180 days. I could do cardio, I can stay in shape, that's what I want to try and do, especially with the older I get, the harder it is to get back to the best shape of my life. So I want to stay active. Obviously, the physical contact is going to be limited for quite some time, just because I want to preserve myself." Next, Michael Chandler addresses criticism from fans.
Anybody in the sport of mixed martial arts, whether they are lying to you or not, or you think they're telling you the truth, they would have done exactly what I did. They would have done exactly what I did, and trust me, they're all enviable. Or sorry, they're all full of envy of my enviable position that I'm in right now. They can act like they're tough guys, and they would have fought 4 times in the time that I sat out. Come on. Yeah, maybe you could have. Maybe you would have. Wouldn't have fought 4 times anyway. I fight the best guys in the world, top 5 guys non-stop. So you ain't fighting 4 times in 12 months. It's just not happening these days. Everybody averages about 2 fights per year these days when you get into the top 5. So maybe I missed out on 1 or 2 fights, but none of them are even going to even hold a candle to what is about to happen June 29th. Eyeballs, platform, finances, everything.
I think this is where Islam Makhachev will struggle versus Dustin Poirier in the stand-up. Because I can tell you right now, Dustin is by far the better boxer than Islam, and it's not even close. You know, respect to Islam, I know his striking has improved, especially with his performance versus Alexander Volkanovski. But Dustin, I mean, you could just tell simply by him hitting the bag, he is the superior striker. You know, Dustin 100%, he could have been a boxer if he wanted to. But we do have to remember, this isn't a boxing match, and I don't think Islam is going to go in there trying to stand up and have a boxing match with Dustin Poirier. That's a terrible game plan if you're Islam Makhachev. See Dustin here, his hands are just crazy. Of course, he's coming off of a very impressive performance versus Benoit Saint-Denis. You know, I will say credit to Islam though. He's also coming off of a very impressive performance, and he stopped Volkanovski striking on his feet. So I'm not trying to downplay Islam's striking. He has improved, but you know, I think it'll take years upon years before he gets to Dustin Poirier's striking level. The same way it would take a long time for Dustin to get to Islam's wrestling level. You know, but credit to Javier Mendez and everyone at AKA who has been investing that time into Islam striking, because as we all can see, it's paying off in dividends. You know, for Dustin Poirier, of course, this is kind of like him almost getting the opportunity for revenge for that fight versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. You know, and I think that's the only way Islam beats Dustin, if he submits him. Mark my words, Islam will not stop Dustin standing up. Whether it's from a kick, a punch, Dustin is too sharp on his feet. I mean, we even saw what Dustin did to Conor McGregor, who Conor McGregor has been probably a top 5 boxer in the UFC as well. We saw what Dustin did to him, and it wasn't even close.